About a year ago, I made a major career change where I went from the buy side to the sell side, and there was a lot of trepidation with this decision. When my company first approached me, I wasn't even sure that I wanted to go to the interview. The interview was with a financial OTC desk, and if you're not familiar with OTC products, it stands for over the counter, which is not a terribly descriptive name, but it's what they're called. In the coffee world, we use futures and options to hedge. Everyone in the supply chain, from the farmer to the trade to the roaster, uses coffee futures and options. You might not even realize that you're using them, but you are if you're pricing coffee. Coffee futures and options are standardized, exchange traded financial instruments, and OTC products are customized, non exchange traded, or over the counter, versions of those. I've been in the coffee trade for 10 years, and in my experience, a lot of people look down their noses at OTC guys. The OTC industry has a reputation akin to the used car industry. You know, slimy, aggressive salesmen, big commissions, and dishonest selling tactics. There's a reason for this reputation. Hedging products can be dangerous. Used properly, hedging products reduce risk. Used improperly, hedging products can increase risk. All it takes is one case of a sales guy selling someone a financial product that they don't understand just to get a commission and having that product blow up in their face. Boom. The slimy sales guy disappears and you are left holding the bag. The most famous or infamous of these OTC products is called an accumulator. And to give you an idea of what people think of them, when I was on the buy side, we used to call these killmulators. Clever, right? So, flashback to last year. I get this job offer, or I get this offer to interview with an OTC desk, and I wasn't sure whether to take it. So I asked my friend, I said, this seems like a good job offer, but it's with an OTC desk. Do you think I should go? Aren't these like used car salesmen? And he said, and this is an Australian friend of mine, I'm not going to do the accent, but he says, mate, we're all salesmen. It's up to you whether you're an honest one or not. So I said, okay, let me see what this OTC business is all about. I go to the interview, and my boss Renato is there. Carlos, the head of the coffee division, is there, and Eber, the head of global sales, is there. The interview's going well, and I really like the team, and as we're wrapping up, Eber says to me, I just have one more question for you. Can you sell? So I paused for a second because I've never been a salesman before, so I said, I'm going to think about that so I can give you a real answer and not just say yes because I think that's what you want to hear. So I think about it, and I say, yes, if it's a product that I believe in and it adds value to the customer. To which Eber responded, do you believe in risk management? And I said, yeah. And he said, we sell risk management. When he said that, he sold me right then and there. Because I've been a physical trader of coffee, I've been a prop trader of coffee, and I've been a coffee analyst for a hedge fund. So risk management is something that I believe in, it's something that I've lived, and it's something, more importantly, where I feel like I can add value to my clients. The point of me telling you this is not to say, oh, I'm such an honest guy, and that's why I gave this conditional answer in my job interview. There's a self-interest aspect here, too. I'm a coffee guy. I've been in the industry for 10 years. I plan on being here for 30 more years. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not interested in sacrificing my reputation and making a quick buck by screwing someone over. My clients are my friends. I've known them for years. I want them to continue to do business with me, and I have no interest in sacrificing the long term for the short term. I don't get paid a commission on each sale. I could care less whether you buy from me. What I care about is helping you to hedge your risk properly. If I do that for you, and you get value from what I do, then I'm going to have financial security for myself and my family for the long term. So let me come back to the used car salesman. Why do used car salesmen get such a bad rap? Because buying a car is an important investment. You rely on this investment to get to work. You rely on this investment to transport your family safely. And it's an expensive, high-stakes purchase. If you're like me, you can't afford a new car. And a lot of trust is required when you buy a used car. If that salesperson screws you over, you could lose a lot of time and money, and you could even get seriously hurt or killed if the vehicle is unsafe. Let me share a tip with you. You know who my used car salesman is? It's my mechanic. His name is Neil, and I've been going to him for 20 years, and I trust him with everything to do with cars. When it's time to get a used car, I ask Neil. He knows me, he knows my family, he knows my financial constraints, he knows the car that I'm currently driving, he knows the car that I'm potentially buying. And I don't negotiate with him on the price. I just accept that he's giving me the best price he can. And you know what? He's never let me down. So yeah, an honest and experienced used car salesman is pretty darn useful. And if you have a used car salesman who you trust, that guy is worth his weight in gold. Are OTC Guys used car salesmen? Look, I aspire to be a salesman like Neil. When he talks about cars, I listen. When I need help with this hugely important purchase in my life, he's the first person that I call. And hey, there's always a risk when you deal with a salesman for the first time. If they're shifty and if they're not in it for the long haul, they could screw you over. It takes time to build relationships. In the coffee industry, I want to be like my friend Neil. I take my car to him every couple of months for an oil change and a tune-up. If he says I need new brake pads, I get new brake pads. If something's making a funny noise, I bring it to him. This is what I do for my friends in the coffee industry. I want your business to be around for a long time because I like you and I want to keep doing business with you and I want you to keep doing business with me. And if we haven't met yet, then we're still building our relationship. My goal is to help keep your business up and running and to keep your company's finances safe and profitable. If risk management is something that's important to you in your business, drop me a line and I'd be happy to open up the hood and take a look with you. Thanks. Be well. Talk to you soon.